Hi folks, this is Steve Sparks in Little Whale Cove, Oregon, and I'm talking to my neighbor Jeff. I sat down here to talk to Jeff. Hi Jeff.
Hi Steve.
And Jeff and I have a lot in common about nature, Mother Nature, and exploring Little Whale Cove. So, you know, we were talking about crows, and Jeff has taken a lot of time to educate himself on that, and I was going to ask him to share his experience. You said that the first crows arrived?
Well, they just started coming back from the winter, you know. They go inland more in the winter from here, and every so often maybe the two young ones that come here looking for food, but the parents usually stay away. Now we've been seeing, I've been seeing murders of crows, you know, 30 or 40 of them flying around the neighborhood trying to establish new territory or establish their old territory. And right now we have two up in the tree over here squawking, and I think those were the parents. I call these two Bonnie and Clyde. We have four distinct groups of
Bonnie and Clyde. I like that, Jeff.
Four distinct groups of crows on our little walkway to the end and everything, and they go east-west, you know, it's like their territory, it's divided. So we got Bonnie and Clyde, Mom and Pa Kettle, God, what was the third group I called? I can't think of the third group offhand, but the last group is Heckle and Jekyll's in charge.
Cool. You said they were territorial.
Yeah.
Explain that a little bit to me.
Well, when I come out here, I always bring food, and they recognize me, and I'll feed them. But you can see them; they'll stop at a certain point. They won't continue to follow me. They'll stop, and a new group will start calling them, and they'll come down and start, you know, feeding, and they'll follow me to the next point. Then it repeats itself to the end. Then the last group goes from where the big logs are to the end of Little Whale Cove, and they'll fly up from there to the logs. And they're been here the last couple days because we had nice weather, but in another couple weeks they'll be here every day, and I have to bring like a pocket full of food for them because they just eat it all. You know?
So they just eat, and I noticed them eating.
They see me and they start calling, and they tell the other guys, "Here he comes," you know.
And they go after you, just yeah.
And they do the little rotation. One to fly up, get it, then he'll fly forward and wait. Then they just keep hopscotching each other, you know. And it's amazing.
Yeah, I know. And you know, I talked to my feather friends out here. I've named them, and I'm excited about the way you named them, and I want to learn more about it and share that with all the people on my social media network, because that's exactly what we're doing, is sharing more about our beautiful coastline, and not everybody gets to do this. So, you know, I love those crows. That's been great. They're neighbors. And how long do they stay? When do they go back? And do they come here about this time? And when do they go back?
I think they took off about mid-October, because we used to have one come and sit on our handrail right by our kitchen window and just peck on the window, and he'll sit there for hours, and every now and then he'll leave a little shiny rock, or he'll find something and he'll bring it to our house.
An offering.
And
they love everybody, huh?
And when my wife walks out the back door, there's one that sits out there, it always comes by and it bops her in the head. It just flies by.
Really?
It just hits her in the head real softly, and she used to freak out at first. I said, it's just, you know, he's just playing.
He's kissing her.
Yeah, he's just.
Yeah, you know, I find, you know.
And it's a daily thing. She walks out every day, and he's out there. He'll come behind her and hit her in the head. You know.
Yeah.
No malice, you know, not hard. It's just like a little love tap.
Yeah, you know, and I've got Matt and Maddie, the Canadian honkers, down there at the cove that I talk to, And I've got old George. I've written about him, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do so that we don't hang everybody up here with. I'm going to write an article about the crows, and here in Little Whale Cove, and we'll talk more about it. I appreciate you collaborating with me today, Jeff.
Oh, no problem. My pleasure.
And yeah, I'll send you the YouTube clip when I'm done, all right? And I'll send you the article, and this will be in the article. Thank you, buddy. Check in with you next time. Thanks again.